Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Chai and Clean Sheets. This is me, JD, and as always, we have with me James, Vivek, and Sheikh. But this is not another regular episode of Chai and Clean Sheets where we talk about Liverpool FC and all the shenanigans for this season. To share in our misery, this is Chai and Clean Sheets Friends and Frenemies edition. So, to that effect, I welcome Paul. Paul, welcome. So, Paul is a Chelsea fan, and today we'll be talking about slightly different things other than Liverpool and obviously things related to Liverpool. And as I said, we'll wallow in a shared misery, if you will, for this season. So, Paul, how are you? How are things?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Thanks for
Good,
joining
good.
us. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining,
I'm
man.
eager. Yeah, I'm eager to. Looking forward to the World Cup now. No more Premier, no more
Is it
Premier League
over?
for me.
Paul, that's a good segue, and there are so many. I mean, this is our first guest, by the way, so I think Paul deserves a huge round of applause and welcome, like our warmest applause for Paul. But the applause should not last too long. James, I leave the floor open to you. You had so many questions about Chelsea, especially the post-Abramovich era and what they are doing. Take it away.
Yes. Hey, Paul. So, Paul, I just want to hear from you. What do you think of your current owners? What they are doing? What is your opinion about them? No segue, just straight away to the owners.
Man, the current owners, honestly, I think they came from an investment banking firm. All they are looking is like how to make profits with players, and that's why I don't think like a lot of Chelsea fan like they don't have good opinion of the current owner, especially coming from the Abramovich era. So if you look at the Abramovich era, that's when like I started following Chelsea, like 2003, 4 onwards. We had like two advantages. The first thing is we had like really good like leaders on the pitch, like Frank Lampard, John Terry, Peter Cech, Drogba. We always had them like for a good decade. And then obviously we had Roman Abramovich. Yes, the coach scenario, Chelsea always had it, like where the coaches were like short-lived, unlike Liverpool or Arsenal or Ferguson in case of Manu. But he was ready to splurge, and that's what the fans loved about him. And because of that, we were able to get like a lot of success, and we had these homegrown players. Once these guys retired, they bought a lot of players, but we actually didn't replace them. Only current leader that we have in the Chelsea squad, I believe, is Reece James. Maybe Enzo, but not as much as Reece James. But even as you can see, Reece James is also injured most of the time. And now the current owners, once they came in, I think they were looking for a yes man coach. Tuchel was definitely not that. He wanted more authority over the signings, game plan, and same with Pochettino. Enzo Maresca, he might have thought, okay, let me go with that. He winged it. He was kind of like a yes man. But after he brought them to like Champions League, and then when he won the Club World Cup, I think he thought, okay, now I deserve more respect, more authority over the transfers, over the players, say, and that was not going to happen. So that's why he was out the door. And then we got the current coach, and it was very unfortunate for him. He was doing well in Strasbourg, but I don't think he was ready for the Chelsea team in general.
So, Paul, for one thing. So, you said that this current or like owners need a S man. And
Yes.
Rosenior was exactly that kind of manager who doesn't not have experience like Tuchel or not even like Maraska, but he was a yes man. So that is a perfect candidate for this new honors. What happens?
I think if I look at the player perspective, the players that Chelsea has currently is different than the players at Strasbourg. Rosenier, when he came into the dressing room, he saw like Ballon d'Or contenders, World Cup winners, like players who had like more famous, has more prestige, and he was trying to put his authority on them, and that didn't go well. The first few games under his era, Chelsea were doing well. They won a lot of games because he stuck with Maresca's principle. The moment he started changing and tried to bring him his own style, we started losing games. And that's what happened in the last 5 games. And with that, I think he even lost the dressing room, which actually led to his sacking, I would say.
So,
One thing I heard from some of the news and some tweets from Todd Bowley that when they started the Chelsea project, they actually did not know who are the good players are available or who the players, how to make a good team. So they went for the players the other teams were going for. That's how they got quite a few players, including Labia, Caicedo, and there is
See,
and
they
another
tech,
one from
they
Manchester.
technically bought the whole Brighton team, so you can
Yeah,
say that.
another one from Manchester City as well, right? Manchester City were going for them, and that's why I think it was Enzo Fernandez maybe or someone else.
Hmm.
I'm forgetting the name.
Yeah.
But Manchester City was going for them, so Todd Bowley thought that yeah, must be a good player, so we'll just bid for him. So that is how they created the team. So do you what do you think about that?
So technically, what role does a coach play in deciding the team? Does coach have any say in the players that are coming in? That's what Vivek is trying to get at.
Based on what I've seen, I would say no, because when Silva retired, they should have brought in an experienced defender.
Right.
We have all after like John Terry, I would say, apart from Thiago Silva, we and Rudiger to some extent was good, but after these guys left, we never had any good defenders. We were like working with what we had. We got Fofana, but he was injured, and then we got Badiashile. He was not that great. Disasi was a failure. So
Tosin Adarabioyo.
yeah.
And you guys sent Chaloba to Crystal Palace just to bring him back.
And we sold Tomori, and he became a star in AC Milan. Mark Gahey.
Yeah.
So we lost all our good academy players, Luis Hall and Livramento. Yeah. So the academy
There's so
players
many
who were,
academy players.
who were actually very good.
Thing, right? That's I think that is the reason they brought in Liam Rogonier, right? Because Strasbourg team, I think, full of Chelsea academy players. I think half of Strasbourg team is made
From the
Chelsea
academy.
players. So that is the reason they got him, because they thought that this is a young team and still it is a really really young team. So maybe he will be able to create some composure on the team, make some changes, how the Strasbourg team play, but he never got the chance, right?
One thing,
Yeah, and
sorry, Paul, sorry to interrupt. I mean, like, I think Sheikh touched upon it a little bit, like all these buying, selling of different players and everything. I just sent a link on the chat. I'm not sure if you can put it up on the podcast per se, but essentially, this is the financial report for Chelsea. Now, once again, we are fans of a football club. So whatever we do is from a perspective of we see the game that is happening, we see all these transfers happening and all these kind of things, and we try to gauge our interest and everything based on that. Looking at this, do you think, and all of you guys said, really, Eric Rosenior was a yes man. He is we can assume in sync with the management and everything. But Chelsea reported last year they suffered a staggering 700 million pound loss. That's on their balance sheet right now. Could this be impacted? Like, this be a knee-jerk reaction that the fans feel would have happened because, like, we are not qualifying for Champions League. That was minimum necessary to raise up some of our financial stakes and value. That's not happening. So even if it's a yes man, we need to shake some things up. Is that a consensus or something that the fan base for Chelsea thinks?
I think as a Chelsea fan today, when I get up in the morning, I'm pretty much sure like it would either be a loss or a draw. So most of the Chelsea fan at this moment, they want to see the old Chelsea, at least Maresca's Chelsea, the way they are playing, and that is what the fan cares. And if we perform well, money will eventually come. Yes, we did a lot of like panic buys. Garnacho, I still don't know why we bought him when we already got Gittens a month back. And probably the Blueco, that is what we call the new owners, Blueco, they might have had an idea. Garnacho is good, though he lacks effectiveness in the final third. He's still a good player. Maybe they will buy him, train him, and then they can raise some profit if he doesn't do well. That's what they might have done, but it backfired very badly. You might have seen his defending. We have lost like so many games because of his defending. He didn't track Bruno. Against Manu, we were playing very good. He didn't track Bruno, and then he gave that really good assist, and we lost the game.
Got it. So I think one of the other questions that I guess like we would like, and by the way, on a completely different note, I think we are also on the same boat. All four of us, the Liverpool fans, we also don't know what our results is going to be on a given weekend or a given match day. Like what is going to happen? So we are on the same boat over there. But sorry, Paul, you are saying something. Good.
No, so on the Liverpool side, I would say one thing: you guys still have a lot of the old core. At least, like the players have been playing with each other
For
for
this
like
season.
yeah, and the coach, this is his second season, unlike Chelsea. So I think, yeah, if the players see like everyone like Mariska and suddenly he's gone, now that is not a good atmosphere. And the players has been seeing that since the past 2 3 years. You might have seen the stats: 10 coaches in 10 years. It is not good. Yeah, none. Yeah, that is not good for the club at all.
Paul, when I think of Chelsea, right? So let's forget the Mourinho era, let's forget the Ancelotti era, and things like that. So once there was Conte, right? Conte came in first season, he won the league. That team, it didn't have that many stars. It probably had Conte, who was the player of the season at that time, and then
Hazard.
Diego Costa.
yeah, Hazard, and then actually Victor Moses had a great season after coming from Liverpool to Chelsea. So when I look at those Chelsea team, right, it strikes fear to me. Like whenever we play Chelsea, we know what the result was. Like Liverpool couldn't do more than 1-1, even during Klopp's prime days. Even all these matches against Tuchel, Conte, we know how we are Chelsea is going to play and how we are going to play, and we cannot predict. Like we cannot confidently say that Liverpool is going to win. So all those finals we played in the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, the following season as well. Like it was a tough fight. And Chelsea had an identity with them. They will be solid. They had a good midfield, and then they'll have like 2 or 3 fair players who could make a difference. So
Yeah.
what sort of identity you see right now once Maresca is gone, with Liam Rossinier gone, and I mean with Slot, we are suffering with an identity crisis as well as a club. And do you feel the same way with Chelsea right now? And again, I also want to hear your comments on the upcoming transfer bans and the debts for the club. And I think to add on to JD's point, even though you have that many debts, like you have players who are signed for like 10 years and you could easily raise that money by selling players. So that's what I feel. Paul, your thoughts on Chelsea's identity right now?
Regarding the Conte period, you said Conte was there, Eden Hazard was there, but you forgot the most important thing. We had a very solid defense.
Mm,
Ivanovic,
mm,
Terry,
mm, mm,
I forgot who was. David Luiz was good on during that season as well,
mm,
and we
mm.
had Courtois. So we had a really good goalkeeper. Chelsea's strength was their defense. So even with one lead, we were able to win games easily.
Right.
Once we lost that strength, no matter like how many good midfielders we have, that's the same case even today. Like we play like a kamikaze football. So we try to score goals as much as possible, but we even concede a lot. Right now, we are at a position we are not scoring as well, so that's a different story. Yeah,
So
and
I was watching Chelsea's game against Brighton, and to be honest, it could have been much worse than. I mean, 3-0 is actually flattering. It's a very flattering scoreline. I mean, it could have been 10-0. Brighton had so many chances in front of goal. They could not convert.
That first half, I think Jins, you were also like while we were watching the game, you were also mentioning on the text and everything, right? Like what was the number? Like 2 billion spent or something, but the goalkeeper is a persistent issue or like those
Yeah.
things. You're
Yeah.
mentioning those things, yeah.
Yeah. Paul, exactly. Because I think after the new owners come in, you have spent around 2 billion, and your starting goalkeeper is Sanchez. You don't have a proper striker, right? You're using Dilap. I sometimes feel that he's in a wrong profession. He needs to be a wrestler, right? So rather than playing football, I've seen him. He's going for the man. So that is a wrong spot. And coming back your defense, I know like Fofana is good, but he cannot be the leader of that team. There should be some defender who can be lead to these young players. And Fofana can be good, but he cannot have the concentration of full 90 minutes. And sometimes he get red-hearted. So I guess I agree. Your midfield is good, but your striker and your defense and the goalkeeper, that is like not in a good state. I'm sure you have to spend maybe another 200, 300 to cover these three areas. What do you think of this?
I don't think we'll be spending like 200, 300. But my thoughts for next season will be hopefully Colville will be fit once he comes back.
Yeah.
We will have a solid center back. Senesi is a free agent. There will be a lot of clubs who will be going for him, but he
I
could.
heard he had already agreed with Tottenham if they're staying up.
Spurs are relegated, man. I think Sen
Relegated.
was kidding. Yeah. I think
And
if
also,
Tennessee is moving, he'll be moving to Liverpool because of Hughes, hopefully. So we'll see.
and I wanted to ask this not only to Paul, to but all of you, like Vivek, James, Sheikh, all of you actually. Like Chelsea, let me just look at it if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah. So 34 games, they have won 13, lost 9, drew 12. But they're on 48 points currently right now, right? So sitting on 8th. If they do not qualify for any European position, like at least Europa League, which is 6, and Brighton are
No, Chelsea has to qualify for the Champions League for them to balance the book. Otherwise, they have to sell massively. So they have to let
exactly.
go of a lot of players. So that's what I think, at least. I think Enzo cannot stay if they don't have Champions League because he's kind of that kind of a player. Like he has to be playing in the Champions League. And I like Enzo Fernandez. And I also, again, I feel for Reece James. I think Reece James is the Enzo Fernandez and Reece James are two of the world class players that are in the Chelsea squad right now. Other than those two, all of them are okayish players. Reece James, whenever Reece James plays, Chelsea do well. So that's what I feel. And all those leadership that Terry had, Lampard had. I think Reece James can be that person and who can lift the team. I think the problem is that he's not playing. So that's the main issue. So if he plays, I think whenever he plays, Chelsea do well.
Yeah.
Even in defense, like or in midfield, like when he plays, Chelsea play well. And they have like lot of very similar players in a lot of different positions. Like when they have Pedro Neto, Alexandro Garnacho, they're all pretty much the same person, right? One
Estevao,
so yeah,
Gittens.
Estevao, Gittens. I didn't even think like Gittens was there. Like I haven't seen him play at
They
all.
paid
And
21 million for returns.
yeah, and Jao Pedro, he started well. I don't know what happened to him, and
No, against under Rosenier, he was good. Pedro, he was
he was pretty decent. Like he was a decent signing. I don't know what. Even under Maraska, he was playing
He,
pretty well. And their midfield, I think I love Enzo. I wish Liverpool signed him when he was available in Benfica, and McAllister and Enzo was playing for Liverpool rather than Fernandez playing for Chelsea. So again, Fernandez is a good player. Like he can be the leader, but again, unnecessarily they punished him for his comments. I don't know what happened to Caicedo as well. Like we thought he was pretty good. He was on level with Declan Rice, but he has fallen off massively
Uh, yeah.
this season.
I think that gives
And
us some amount of pleasure, right? Watching Caicedo
yeah.
not performing as well.
So watching Caicedo not perform and Lavia getting injured all the
Yeah.
time, I think it gives us some kind of happiness, the Schadenfreude.
Yeah.
I,
But let me sorry to interrupt, Sheikh. Let me ask you this, and before we go back to Paul, let me ask this to Jins and Vivek. I remember Vivek shouting about Enzo, when all that sale and transfer and everything was going on. Jins and Vivek, if we have to poach, let's say, two players, would it be, as Sheikh said, would it be Reece James and Enzo for you, like this season, if Chelsea
I
can't
don't
make it to
want.
Champions League?
I don't
No,
think Reece James. Reece James
no
is a good
reason.
player, but
We cannot afford another right back injury prone player. No, we already
the way
have Bradley and Frimpong for that.
Gomez. But I love Caicedo. I was telling, right, when we have Wits, if Caicedo was there, I still think there is a good player of Caicedo. But as Sheikh said, this season he has been like absolutely poor. And against I think Brighton,
Brighton.
he was like not just Brighton. I think this season itself he was. JD, coming to your question of like whether Chelsea finish in the Champions League, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the way Brighton and Bournemouth is playing,
Mm-hmm.
even like from our end, Liverpool, if we get some draw and if we losing a couple of games,
They
right,
can make up points
they
on
can
us.
make it up. The way they play, both
Mhm.
Brighton and Bournemouth,
Mhm.
from just the performance point of view, they deserve to be in the Champions League.
Yeah.
What a beautiful football they
Yeah.
are playing, man.
I mean,
Both
I
the
watched
teams.
Brighton and special Bournemouth. I loved their playmaking and everything. I mean, I the last 2 3 games they played like amazingly. And as I said, I was looking at and when somebody posted in our WhatsApp group, right? I think it was Sheikh that if Chelsea lose another game, will be like 7 8 points. And then I saw Chelsea lost to Brighton, and Brighton is like
5
4 points,
points behind us.
Mhm.
5 points, and then Bournemouth is 4. I was like,
Yeah, I think the league is so poor this time. I think 63 points gets you a Champions League. I think that's what it should be the
Yeah.
I
target.
don't think it will. You will need 63. I don't think United is going to win all the games. At least I don't think so. Brentford is pretty
There is
good as
definitely
well.
some bias in there in the table.
So one thing, so I'll just go through the list of first team with Paul for Chelsea, and you tell me if
Mhm.
you want to keep or sell them this season. Okay,
Yeah,
we'll start with
They have a
goalkeeper
choice, to be honest.
Robert Sanchez. You want to keep or sell?
I would keep him
Okay.
at least as a substitute goalkeeper, because for Chelsea we have been doing like panic buy with goalkeepers once Courtois put in his papers. So I know he's a bit error prone. His footwork is not that great, but still he's a good goalkeeper. But
Okay.
I might start Penders.
Penders. Okay.
Yeah, Penders, he's doing good at Strasbourg, so probably I'll try to bring back Penders,
Okay.
giving some
And the
And
current
will,
backup
yeah,
goalkeeper
one
Gaza.
question: will you give him the number one?
No, I think no. Chelsea should go buy a keeper, man. Like I think Kevin Kelleher from Brentford, like you should have got him when Liverpool sold him last season. He's a good goalkeeper.
He's a very good
If there is a chance, like if we could have him back, we would have him back in a second.
Yeah, the goalkeeper that we missed was Donnarumma. We should have given him
Instead of
what he,
Donnarumma, yeah.
what he wanted, like its salary,
He
because
wanted to come to Chelsea also, right? So yeah.
they didn't want to pay that much for him. Like his wages were crazy, but we should have gone for him.
Okay. Next is Mark, keep or sell. Yeah. Other left back.
Yeah.
Adar, Tosin,
Tosin sell.
sell.
Yeah,
Even you know, buddy,
yeah, sell.
sell.
He's just big. That's it.
Levi Colville,
Keep for
Keep.
sure. Hopefully,
Yeah, he's good.
Mama Dusar,
keep
Gerald Hato.
keep cover
Chalo.
for Kukurai.
Okay. Chaloba,
Keep. I think maybe sell if we get good money. Else, I would keep him. But he is good.
James,
Who?
Reece.
Oh yeah, Reece James. Yeah, Reece. Yes, so Gusto.
Yeah.
I'll have to keep.
Gustus. Yeah, it's decent.
Gusto, he has his ups and downs. When he's good, he's really good. When he's bad, he's pathetic. So there is no gray area with Gusto.
Okay. And next one is Fafa.
How many center backs you will
We'll
keep?
come back. I still haven't gotten past their defense and goalkeeper. I've been saying so many players, okay?
Jean's Sheikh is methodically interrogating Paul.
Wesley Fofana, you keep him.
Yeah, keep him.
This guy, Josh Achampong,
I think we should loan him. He's good, but yeah, he's
loan
young.
him. Okay.
You can make a team with your defense man and goalkeepers. Ask us. We'll count. That's
Oh my God.
is two center backs.
I think
If
we'll
Liverpool
have
lose the
to.
defender, we play Swaswala in the defense.
I think we have to change the format to the NFL format, like 11 defenders and 11 attackers.
When they attack, you put in all your defenders to defense. Sorry,
Enzo.
Sheikh.
Yeah, next.
Yeah, Enzo Fernandez keep.
I don't know who this fellow is. Dario Yasugo. Does he play?
He is good. He started playing. He came from Porto.
Sell him or keep him?
Keep him.
Keep him.
You don't
Where do
know
you have
him, man.
space for
Porto is a
Players.
CDM, so we need someone to cover for.
Caicedo?
I think, yeah,
Keep him.
Caicedo maybe, yeah, keep him, but would be the cover for.
1 second, pause. Jeans, your comment on that? Kaisedo, keep him.
Yeah.
Caicedo is good. There is a good player that he just lost
Yeah.
his form this season.
We should
think-
coach him given the opportunity.
No,
Yeah.
I think
He's
he,
no
he-
once. Do
I
you
think
want to
he-
tell him twice?
I think he's having the same issue that Arsenal is facing right now. Rice and Zubimendi, they played for like so many games.
Yeah.
Right now, if you see the Arsenal game, they are like out of steam.
Out of team,
And-
yeah.
Yeah, and Arteta, I think he doesn't trust his youngsters.
Youngsters backup,
And-
yeah.
Yeah, and the Brentford captain.
Norgard.
He's good. Yeah, he's good. And I think Caicedo is having the same issue. Eventually, like he was playing like Kante. Eventually, there is a chance he might get injured like Kante, and we might end up like selling.
Right. Yeah. And next one is Andre Santos. I haven't
Yes.
seen him play. Keep him.
Keep him. He is very good. He could be a good cover for Enzo.
Lavia.
I've not seen him play yet. maybe
Better
loan him.
you sell him, right? Like we have
If you don't,
Caicedo.
what's the bright
Who is
name?
who is going to who is going to? There has to be another club like Chelsea who should buy Lavia.
We were interested in Lavia, but the thing is, like now he's so injury prone. I don't think we will get him.
Exactly, that's the problem. Yeah, we might loan him, but I don't think he's playing for. I doubt whether he will play for Chelsea.
He also went to Chelsea. Then okay, he'll go into forwards. Pedro Neto, keep him or sell him.
Keep him. He's good, but probably I think
He needs to be a backup, not a starter.
I think Chelsea might even sell him if they get like good money because he's good. Probably, I think he will do good during the World Cup. Do you know? I don't know whether
See,
he'll
he's
have.
a good player. Neto is a good player. He uses pace and everything. But the only problem is sometimes when the last pass, right?
He
When
can't
he has,
cross properly.
yeah, when he needs
Yeah.
to pass and other things.
I think that's what they teach during the training because that's the problem with each and every Chelsea player.
No,
Then
the
it's not
problem
player's
is not
problem.
only
It's a
that,
manager's
right?
problem.
Neto does not have any kind of forward to actually pass it to as well. Sometimes I feel like Neto when goes there and he does not know if he crosses or if he just pass and go back a little because there are no forwards in Chelsea team right now who can actually take the cross and do a headed goal or something like that. But I
There is
think
Dylan.
I think he's a good player.
Okay. Let's move on to Delap. Liam Delap, keeper, sir.
I think
Thinking
I'll
too
have to.
much.
I'll have to keep him because we
Keep
don't have
him.
any. We don't have any
Backup
backup
striker.
striker. Yes,
Okay. A surprising answer.
Who is your main striker?
Pedro.
Pedro.
Jao Pedro.
But he's not like a number 9, right? He
No.
drops back.
He drops
He
back
gets
and
involved and
he's
Yes.
more like Firmino.
Yeah, and he's like the second face of Harry Kane in Tottenham, where you like
Very interesting.
You're thinking Pedro could be as good as Kane.
No. So like Harry Kane, like he used to be like in front of the goal, like once he started, but towards the later end of the career in Tottenham, he used to drop back a lot more, and
That's
he
your hot take.
That's he does for Bayern as well. I don't think
yes
it is only for Tottenham. I
yes. So
think
that yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
now he plays João Pedro. He even plays that role.
Mm.
But we need Delap as a backup striker in case if
Okay.
Pedro.
Okay, next one. This is interesting one. I want to hear your opinion. Cole Palmer.
I would keep him.
So
He's
what
good.
if United comes with a big offer? So I want to see if Chelsea at this point I don't see them qualifying for the Champions League. I think they're not going to finish ahead of Brighton with the way they are playing. So Cole Palmer is a Champions League level player. Do you think he would be happy sitting again with Chelsea?
So everything.
If he wants to go, would Chelsea allow him to go?
See, I believe like if someone comes with a 3-figure bid, when I say 3-figure, like more than 100,
he does.
Chelsea.
James, do you think he's worth that much?
no.
Three
No.
No
figures?
one is gonna come for 100 million, Paul. Come
100
on.
million
He
for
has
Cole
like
Palmer.
He is
Yeah.
30 to 35 million player maximum.
Or that's
Never
too-
underestimate the power of a World Cup year.
He
It
never
can do
scores
strange
without a
things.
penalty.
Yeah,
I don't know the
See,
last time he scored without a penalty. Maybe it was 2024. I
He
don't think
couldn't-
he ever scores without a penalty.
So he's not starting for England. He's not playing in the Champions League. How do you think Cole Palmer is worth a 3-figure amount?
See, I'm just hoping.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think he might start for England. If Saka is injured, he's definitely starting for England.
Okay.
Yeah, else I will have to wait and watch. But unless we know the situation between Enzo and Palmer, one of them will have to stay for sure.
Okay. Okay. That's a fair. What about Jamie Giddens?
Yeah,
doesn't
he
know
should
England.
stay. Yeah, I know him. He played well when he was in Dortmund. He started well for Chelsea as well. Then he got injured. I'm pretty sure we'll sell Garnacho. So Gittens has to stay.
Okay. Jao
Paul, one
Pedro.
question. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Jao Pedro.
Jao Pedro will have to keep him. He's good.
And Mark Guiu.
Probably Chelsea might sell him.
If you are going to keep Delap, then I think you should sell him.
Yeah. But I feel bad for him.
And Garnacho?
Sell him.
Sell him.
Sell him.
No touch. Sell him.
He is good while attacking, really bad while defending. And the way Chelsea plays, like everyone will have to defend, and he's very bad on his last like third touch. So yeah, we'll
Okay.
sell him for sure.
So the last one is I have two more, but
Before you
just
move on to
one
the
more.
last, yeah, the Cole Palmer thing. I was just looking up transfer market. Apparently, he's valued at 110 million pounds. So you never know.
English tax.
English World Cup year.
So the final one, I want to talk about Estevao a little bit, but Estevao, would we keep him or sell him?
Estrella will keep him.
So
He's
okay, I think you should keep him. But here's the thing about Estevao. Estevao is like what, 17, 18?
Yeah.
So he's so young, and you are playing him for like game after game after game. I think here is where I want to insert Slot here. So Slot handled Rio, who's of the same age, and then Estevao, who's of the same age, handled by Chelsea. Chelsea overworked Estevao, and then currently he is injured right now. So I think here we should give some credit to Slot for handling Rio
No,
by
we should keep
managing
Liam Rosenior's
minutes.
credit.
No. I'm saying for Slot, he is handling Rio's minutes, right? And then Estevao being so young, Chelsea kind of overworked him in the first half of the season. He kind of played every game, and he coming from Brazil to to a
English
league with
league.
this much intensity, and he's playing game after game after game, and he's going to end up like Reece James if you're going to overuse him. I think Estevao has a great potential, and then like his minutes has to be managed, not he should not be playing every game. So that's what I feel.
Yeah, with Estrella,
Paul,
like
yeah. One question. So you sold Madueke for a good amount to Arsenal, right? Then you went and bought Gittens. So what? How much you paid? Like 70 million? 60? How much?
it's 50, 60. Not
50,
70
60.
for sure, but yeah.
So when you signed him, what was the plan? Like he can be the next superstar and you can sell him for 100 plus. My understanding is like Maduke and Gittens both are almost same kind of players whose output is not good. So investing Gittens for 60 million, what was your ultimate plan?
So the idea was we wanted something as like we wanted someone on the left side, and Gittens was very good in Dortmund and way he played against Madrid in the
In the
Champions
finals.
League. Yeah, and so he's a very good player. He started well for Chelsea as well, but injuries prevented him, and then we had to bring in Garnacho, and that, I think it was unfortunate. We'll have to keep him for one more season and see what he can do. Yeah. And regarding the Estevao question, yesterday I saw an interesting article. The before Chelsea Estevao and the after Chelsea, like the Estevao now, he has gained the Chelsea like doctors and physios were trying to like feed him so that he can gain some weight. And now he looks a bit bulky.
Yeah.
And there are rumors that because of that, he has got like too much pressure on his knees, and
Knees.
that's what injured him. Like I don't know how true that is, but
Hmm.
yeah, that's what happened. Now I could see like he has put on a lot of weight.
Yeah,
Weight is
so
a
that's
weight is a. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. Shay.
17, 18? I thought he was 21.
no, he's
No,
18.
18.
He's 18. So that's why I'm saying like in those type of players with the intensity of the English league, right? Like it has to be managed. One thing I would say with Trent Alexander-Arnold is right, like we overplayed him in Klopp's time, right? And now he's like kind of facing all these injury problems when he's playing for Real Madrid. So that's a problem. Same with Reece James. Reece James played so much during his younger days while he was growing, right? So uh, when those guys having growth spurts, their body need to adjust accordingly. If you don't give time, then in their career, like they will get injured a lot. So that's a problem with Reece James. That's a problem with Trent. I think hope Estevao doesn't fall into that category, and hopefully he can develop properly. I think even Lamine Yamal is injured, right, and he might be a doubt for World Cup right now. It's the
Yeah,
same
Yeah,
thing.
I
Like
think hamstring, right?
yeah, you cannot. They're just overloading these players so young, and I think that's where like Rio needs to be managed properly.
I'll,
Esteva
I'll
is
just
out
pivot.
for
I just pivot slightly on a different topic. So, Paul wanted to check with you on Chelsea's upcoming fixtures. The season is almost about to end, right? I mean, I guess even the hardcore Chelsea fans would be like hoping against hope, like you qualify for the Champions League. But
uh,
even then. So, anyways, currently as the schedule stacks up, it's like the FA Cup semi-finals, like against Leeds.
yeah.
Then on the Premier League side of things, you have Forest home, then Liverpool away, Tottenham home, and the season is ending with Sunderland away. How do you think this goes? Like you don't have a coach technically, right? I mean, with all the sacking and everything, and FA Cup semi-finals would Does that impact your winning a trophy this season? And how do you see the remaining 4 games playing out?
I think we should definitely go for FA Cup. And regarding the remaining games, all the even Sunderland, like right now, every games in London is like a London derby for us. I know Sunderland is not in London, but back in the days, it was just like Arsenal and Chelsea, maybe Tottenham and Chelsea. They were like London derby. Now Fulham, West Ham, everything is a London derby for us. So
And Leeds
I
is the rival.
yeah, so I would at least I hope that they qualify for Europa League, Champions League. It's a distant dream at the moment, and I even didn't know the fixtures till you mentioned that. The only thing that I knew was the Leeds fixture. At this point, I gave up. Hopefully, like lot of the most of the players, like Esteva, he's not playing for the rest of the season. He's just preparing himself for World Cup now. I hope they have like a very good World Cup so
Yeah.
that either they can come back with confidence or we can sell them and get more money.
And the tricky part, Paul, is like the folks that are, or the not folks, the clubs that are sitting on 6th and 7th, for the Europa and the conference side of things, that is Brighton and Bournemouth. They're playing really well, like both those clubs, right? So
Yeah.
it's a tricky business that I feel. And with that,
Hmm.
it's my final topic, that I
No,
want to
before you go there,
Go ahead.
so Paul, so next manager
Yes, that
next
was what I was
season.
about to ask. That was what I was to ask.
So I have a 5 in mind. So hopefully you don't pick Alonso, but Alonso is one of the candidates.
Let's hear
So,
from Paul. Paul,
so let's
what
say
do you go with?
I don't know. Let's say I'll pick 4. Like choose what you want. Alonso, Iraola is there from Bournemouth. Then you have Cesc Fabregas from Como, and you have Frank Lampard from Coventry City, and you also have Marco Silva from Fulham. So of these 5, who would you like? Pick Lampard.
Yeah, I would say at this point, except my realistic option would be Fabregas and Lampard, because any manager who would be coming to the club, they know like how the owners are,
Hmm.
and they might last for a shorter period of time. So the only coaches would be willing to come could be like ex Chelsea players or who really like the club. Someone like, for example, Michael Carrick and Manu. So I think it might be Fabregas or Lampard. He's doing so well for Coventry City. I doubt, and his second stint with Chelsea was not that great. So yeah, maybe Fabregas. But Alonso, I would be surprised if he comes, but I doubt that's going to happen.
Yeah,
Do you think Fabregas will
I'm
come?
hoping he doesn't go to Chelsea.
I
Yeah,
think they will get Nagelsmann once the World Cup is done.
No,
that's the
without
thing, right?
Champions League and Nagelsmann is a guy who wants some control over the squad, right? So I don't.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So I
He's a
believe
very arrogant
and and
Oh,
there is
Nagelsmann.
also
Nagelsmann.
Glasner who is not going to be at Crystal Palace next year, so he's an option too. But I didn't.
I think Glasner will go to United too.
yeah, maybe it depends on the whether the blue owners change their behavior, or they might have to bring someone who either loves the club or have some footballing knowledge who can manage the day-to-day operations of the club, just like how Daniel Levy did with Tottenham.
Hmm.
Or like once Ratcliffe came to United, even though he was a big United fan and he wanted to do good for United.
Paul, let me ask you one more thing, and I think this is equally true for Liverpool as well. Arne Slot is not technical manager; he's our head coach. Do you think Chelsea would go down that route of a head coach, someone that your blue co can control more easily, rather than a manager who is more outspoken, wants to imprint his vision on the team and the club and the culture and all those kind of things? Do you think Chelsea might go down that route?
So right now I am in a position where no one would be ready to come to Chelsea if the blue co sticks with their methodology, because that's the same thing that happened with Tuchel, right? And even with Pochettino, like they left because they didn't have much control. They were more like treated like a head coach instead of the manager. And any big coaches like Alonso and even like Nagelsmann, they don't want that in Chelsea, because they know like even if the results don't go their way, they are out. And with no control over transfers and squad, and with the transfer ban, it would be very tricky to get a really good manager.
Got it. And Paul, like, and I guess this is for everybody, I guess specifically Paul, like the names aside, Sheikh, you brought up like 5 different names of different coaches and everything. Name aside, like for Chelsea, what would you prefer right now? A pure tactician, somebody like, let's say from a Bielsa side of things, like the Bielsa school of thought, like pure tactician, like the purity of the game and all those things? Or do you need someone who can manage things like a man manager, a temperament manager, a person who can lift up the current squad and get them to perform more than what they are worth right now? Or what would you personally prefer?
I would prefer more on the second part
Hmm.
because that is what the players need at the moment. Because I think they have lost a bit of morale. They lost 5 games in a row without scoring. They lost like 2 managers within a span of like 4-6 months. The players loved Maresca and he was gone. So I think we would need someone on because we have very good players. We just need to lift their morale at this point.
Interesting.
Okay, I think we have interrogated Paul enough. And Paul, you have been a more than fantastic guest. Our first guest, so you'll always hold a very special place on our podcast. And you are always, always welcome. Even if your opponents, on a very foreign land, on a very foreign island, even if your opponents, but you're always welcome on a little podcast. Everything. But yeah, once again, Paul, I mean, it was really great having you. I hope you
I have
like
one
a little
question.
podcast. Yes, Vivek, please. Yes.
What is your prediction for tomorrow, right? You are playing leagues
Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday. What's
Yeah.
your prediction?
I'm getting ready for the World Cup, England. At this point, my prediction is I don't switch off the TV within the first 10 minutes.
Fair call, man. Fair call. As Liverpool supporters, we can sometimes attest to that. Fair call. No, Paul. I hope, like, and I guess all of us, we can say that as football fans, like we really enjoy those days of Hazard, Aspilicueta, like on the field and everything. Those are good. I mean, Chelsea was a very good team back then, and hope you get back to that. But always in second position. We need to win, so you need to win the second position. But yeah, fantastic talking with you, and yeah, I think that's all we have for today. And once again, this was another episode of Chai and Clean Sheets with the Friends and Frenemies edition with Paul talking about Chelsea's and everything. So yeah, that's a wrap from all of us, guys. And yeah, we'll catch up all of you in the next episode. And hopefully we'll one day have Paul again as our guest and talk about all things Chelsea and Liverpool. Okay, cheers, guys. And yeah, see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.